finally done it! Look, it's booted into DOS! Finally! I got the expansion card working. I literally resoldered on all the capacitors and whatnot, and tantalums. As a note, and I'm going to highlight this because I cannot find this information anywhere, I basically had to figure it out. The dip switch settings for the motherboard RAM is that one. And when you do the expansion card RAM, you do not include the motherboard RAM in the dip switch settings of this switch. This is purely your expansion, so therefore you set it to the kilobytes of this RAM card. So this has got the full 256K in it, so therefore you set it to 256K. This has had me scratching my head for bloody ages. Oh my god, it looks like we have a part 8. So shall we go over basically the basis of what the problems were? Well, first off, I replaced all the memory chips again, and it turns out they were fine. It turns out there's a bug in the BIOS, this revision of the BIOS from the 64 motherboard I salvaged it from, which is behind me somewhere, that it will not work with anything under 64K on the motherboard. How utterly annoying. So I did that, and I got it to actually boot without memory errors. Then, tonight, I've resoldered on all the capacitors, replaced all the tantalums. I'm going to do that on the motherboard eventually, because these tantalums are known to go short and go kablooey. I then discovered that little thing, and I've been thinking about it for a while actually. It's been clocking over in my head while I've been at work as a potential solution. And, shall we find out if disk drive B works? Because I haven't actually been able to test disk drive B. There's my arcade board. Oh, this is exciting. B, double dots, BIR. Do you work? Yes, you do. You do work. Gotta love that epileptic flicker. And then we can go back to A, BIR. So my lubing up of the drives, and that was totally worth it. Yeah, I've literally re-lubricated and basically given the drives a full service. Every bearing has been lubricated with this that I got in a local hobby shop, Hobbycraft I think it is. And it lives. I finally have it capable of booting DOS 3.3. I also have to put a thank you out to, if I can find his name, because there was someone who actually offered to make me some DOS boot discs. There we go, Robert Howitt. And, of course, he basically offered to send me a few bits, and so, yeah, I put a thank you out for that. Just as I need to do videos on the stuff Edwin Burton sent me like 2 or 3 years after it's been sent to me. Yeah, I'm not very good at getting round to things. Anyone who knows me knows that. It will happen eventually. I just don't promise when. Because I literally am just completely disorganised, and this is all done on the basis of as and when I feel like it. But this is so cool! It finally works, and it was literally just those two things. So yeah, if you're getting a 50... what is it? 50... because I just banged it into Google just now. 4054-201 error, it means you've basically got your dip switch settings wrong on your motherboard, and that can be for your base memory on the motherboard or your expansion card. And switch 2 sets only the amount on the expansion card, do not include the motherboard RAM into it. No one ever says that on the dip switch settings. I can't even see it expressly written in the manual. So therefore, IBM 5150 Part 8. It finally lives. It's just, this is such a beautiful feeling of success right here. And then to populate all the boards in this, I just need to fix that one up there, which I think has shorted tantalum caps. And I have tantalum caps. 50 quid that lot cost me. For 25 of them. I could have ordered more, but ended up being something ridiculous like 500 quid. And I wasn't going to spend 500 quid on capacitors. But I decided to go with good ones. And they're 10 volt, which is actually under their rated voltage rating, but it's... I'm just going to hope there's none on the 12 volt rail, or there's going to be fireworks in this thing. Or I could be sensible and measure the voltages, but nah, we don't do that here. We have explosions and kablooies. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now. Actually, before I do that, I want to... Let's see if I can do this. Control Alt, without actually showing, because I'm basically naked right now. And I know some of you are gay in the audience, but not all of you are, so you don't want to see that shit. I want to show you the success of it booting. This has literally been a project that's been years in the making, and I'm expecting the IBM arcade boards to be this level of difficulty, if not harder. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and that's part 8. The IBM 5150 is fully restored, but the saga is not over, because we need to restore that, although I don't know if I'm going to be able to restore the hard drives. But we can try and restore everything else in there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and all that good jazz.